Have you ever contemplated how the high-energy and exhilarating sport of ice hockey was born? Come, let's unravel the intriguing history of this mesmerizing sport together at Majestic Wonders, your ultimate destination to explore the chronicles, transformation, and captivating tales of sports that have shaped our world. Our voyage today is all about ice hockey, a game that has journeyed from the frosty wilderness of obscure ponds to the buzzing ambience of globally famous arenas. Now let's travel back in time, when the ice hockey was just an idea. Indigenous peoples, the original inhabitants of North America, pioneered the roots of this sport. They used to play outdoor games on the icy terrains of nature's playground using makeshift sticks and objects as pucks. These games were not just a pastime, but a crucial part of their culture and community bonding. When European settlers started to call Canada their home in the 19th century, they got intrigued by these games. The settlers, primarily from the United Kingdom and France, took these games and began to modify them according to their tastes and preferences. The use of wooden sticks and carved wooden pucks became common. Gradually, the indigenous games evolved, eventually morphing into what we now identify as ice hockey. The evolution of ice hockey wasn't an overnight sensation. This transformation from a game played on frozen ponds to a globally acknowledged sport was a slow but steady journey. An essential milestone in this journey came in the year 1875. Identified as the birth year of modern ice hockey, it was then that the first documented indoor ice hockey game was held at the Victoria Skating Rink in Montreal. This game was not just any game, but a historic event involving two teams of 9 players each, using a wooden puck to prevent it from sailing out of the rink. The game had attendees from all walks of life, marking a significant turning point in sports history. The repercussions from this momentous event were dramatic. The popularity of ice hockey initially grew slowly, then with a swift momentum, it dominated Canada and started making its presence felt in the United States and eventually all around the globe. This landmark event ignited a wave of enthusiasm for ice hockey that soon engulfed Canada and poured into the United States and beyond. As the game evolved, it became more structured and sophisticated, with critical events marking substantial milestones in its history. One such remarkable moment was the introduction of the Stanley Cup in 1893. The Stanley Cup was not merely a challenge cup for Canada's most skilled team, it was the spark that ignited a new era in sports. It introduced professional, high-stake play that challenged players to elevate their skill level. Crucial moments, such as the Montreal Canadiens' record, 24 wins, and the introduction of a new trophy in 1927 to replace the original, which remains in the Hockey Hall of Fame, defined the Stanley Cup's rich history. This trophy's advent bolstered the sport's competitiveness, garnering a broader audience drawn to the heightened stakes. Indeed, the Stanley Cup was pivotal in transmuting ice hockey from a regional pastime into a professional sports event watched and cherished by many. The establishment of the National Hockey League, NHL, in 1917 accelerated this transformation. The NHL introduced a new level of organization into the sport, creating divisions and conferences, and in 1924, expanding into the United States with the Boston Bruins. Key events such as the original Six era, the expansion era in 1967, and the introduction of the groundbreaking NHL-WA merger in 1979 showcase the NHL's dynamic and impactful history. By incorporating global appeal and further structure, the NHL molded ice hockey into a professional sport that mesmerizes an ever-growing international fanbase. It was instrumental in the sport's evolution, changing it from a local pastime to a global phenomenon with a continually expanding. The sport of ice hockey has been graced by a multitude of legendary players who have indelibly shaped the game. At the forefront of this pantheon stands Wayne Gretzky, fondly referred to as the Great One. With a game style that transcended conventional norms, Gretzky took the sport to unprecedented heights. His extraordinary skill set, coupled with an unrelenting will to triumph, led to his remarkable career being studded with shattered records. From being the fastest player to score 50 goals in a single season, to holding the record for the most points scored in a career, Gretzky's achievements are in a league of their own. His impact on the sport is so profound that he's universally recognized as the preeminent ice hockey player in history. Another monumental figure in the arena of ice hockey is Gordie Howe. His career, which impressively spanned 5 decades, was a testament to his enduring tenacity and commitment to the sport. Known as Mr. Hockey, Howe was a versatile player who could score, assist, and fight with equal proficiency. A 23-time All-Star, 4-time Stanley Cup winner, and 6-time MVP, Howe's influence on the sport and its players is immeasurable. His legacy continues to serve as an inspirational beacon for emerging generations of players. Not to be overlooked is Bobby Orr, a virtuoso defenseman who revolutionized his position. His dynamic play, which melded agility with strategic acumen, transformed how defensemen contribute to the sport. Becoming the first defenseman to lead the league in scoring and winning 2 Stanley Cups, Orr broke barriers and redefined the role of defensemen, leaving an indelible impact on the game. The chronicles of ice hockey are also marked by unforgettable team rivalries. One such rivalry that stands out is the age-old feud between the Boston Bruins and the Montreal Canadiens. This fervent rivalry, steeped in a rich history dating back to 1924, adds a potent dash of intensity to the sport. Each encounter between these two teams is a gripping spectacle, filled with high stakes and dramatic moments. From the infamous Too Many Men in the 1979 semi-finals to countless playoff battles, this rivalry serves not only as a testament to the team's competitive spirit, but also as an electrifying spectacle that captivates fans worldwide. It is a constant reminder of the thrilling excitement that ice hockey brings to sports enthusiasts across the globe. While Canada birthed ice hockey, the sport has gained a profusion of fans and players across the globe, highlighting its global reach. It's not just a game, but a culture, a community that spans continents. The Winter Olympics and the International Ice Hockey Federation (IIHF) World Championships act as major platforms for countries to showcase their skills, and more importantly, their undying love for this sport. The Winter Olympics have seen countless historic moments in ice hockey. One such moment was the Miracle on Ice in 1980, when a young and inexperienced US team triumphed over the seasoned Soviet Union team. In the IIHF World Championships, Finland, Russia, and Sweden have often stolen the spotlight, boasting a record number of wins. Sweden's victory in 2006, achieved on their home turf, was a defining moment in the championship's history. Countries such as Sweden, Russia, and Finland have produced some of the world's top players. Sweden boasts legendary players such as Peter Forsberg and Mats Sundin, who have left their indelible marks on the sport. Russia has seen the likes of Pavel Bure, Evgeny Malkin, and the powerhouse that is Alex Ovechkin. Finland's Timo Selän, Jari Kurri, and Tuukka Rask are revered for their skill and contribution to the sport. These players have heightened their country's prestige in the international arena, proving their worth time and again. From its inception in the late 19th century in Canada, ice hockey's popularity soon began to spread, crossing borders and boundaries. Today, it is more than a game. It has grown into a worldwide phenomenon, uniting people of different nationalities, cultures, and backgrounds. The thrilling suspense, the strategic gameplays, the unpredictability, and the sheer athleticism of the players make ice hockey a captivating spectacle. The euphoria of victory, the disappointment of defeat, all these elements add to the charm of the game. It's a sport that doesn't just entertain, it inspires, it thrills, and it unites. Thank you for joining us on this fascinating journey through the history and global reach of ice hockey. Remember to like and subscribe to Majestic Wonders for more captivating stories from the world of sports.